Imagine the thrill of watching your star running back break free for a huge gain, only to see the ball pop loose right before the end zone. That sudden pit in your stomach is exactly what a fumble feels like in fantasy football, and yes, it often comes with a penalty. So, what is a negative point for a fumble? In most standard fantasy football leagues, a fumble typically results in a deduction of points from a player's score. While the exact penalty can vary, it is most commonly -1 point or -2 points for each fumble. This means that a player who fumbles the ball will have those points subtracted from their overall fantasy score for that week, directly impacting your team's total. The reason fumbles are penalized so heavily is rooted in real-world football strategy. A fumble represents a turnover, meaning the offensive team loses possession of the ball to the opposing team. This is one of the most critical mistakes an offense can make because it halts a drive, eliminates potential scoring opportunities, and often gives the opponent excellent field position, leading to their own scores. Fantasy football scoring systems are designed to reflect the positive and negative impacts of player actions on actual game outcomes. The specific value of a fumble penalty depends entirely on your league's scoring settings. Some leagues might only deduct points if the fumble results in a lost possession, while others will penalize any fumble, even if the player recovers it. These settings are usually determined by your league commissioner or by the default rules of the fantasy platform you are using, like Yahoo, ESPN, or Sleeper. It is a good practice to review these scoring rules before your draft and throughout the season. Understanding these nuances can give you an edge. For example, some running backs are known for being more prone to fumbling than others, a characteristic sometimes referred to as having butterfingers. While they might still rack up yards and touchdowns, their fumbling tendency introduces a higher risk of negative points. On the flip side, a player with fewer fumbles, even with slightly less explosive plays, might offer more consistent, reliable scoring. Knowing that fumbles can cost you valuable points helps you make smarter decisions about which players to start or bench, and even who to target in your draft. It is not just about the big plays. It is also about minimizing the costly mistakes that can sink your weekly score. By paying attention to these negative point deductions, you are better equipped to build a resilient and high-scoring fantasy team.